Uh, what? Yeah! What's up, son? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, bringing it to you live and correct with the flow. You see, I got my boy Crow, got Zero, and I don't know, Asterisk J Flow. I guess they all kind of rhyme in a way, but that's not what I want to talk about today. Looking like the old tree from Dragon Age. I don't know. I haven't got no more like that. But today, I would like to talk about girls. So let's talk about girls. For me, I've been in probably 5 or 6 relationships in my life. I'm currently 28 years old. And during that period, I've come to recognize that I'm not very good at relationships. And you might say, well, Wings, you're fat, and, it's kind of expected. Well, that's not even the case. It's not even the case at all. Me personality, one thing I struggle with my own personality is dealing with females in general. Like, females generally want a lot of attention. Obviously, that's a given, that they would like a lot of attention. But on the flip side of it, I don't want to give them a lot of attention, and you kind of draw that line between being lonely and making sacrifices. So, all right, you don't want to be lonely. Let's make some sacrifices. How far of sacrifices do you actually give? Let me give the scenario to you. I'm currently talking to this girl, and while I'm talking to her, she wanted me to come over tonight and watch the Braves. Well, she drops this on me around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And by this time, I'm already settled in. I know I got to play some Call of Duty tonight. I know I got to get some gameplay. And I want to get some commentaries up because, one, I really want to get back into the groove of things with you guys. I want to get back to a fun, entertaining level with you guys. And that takes devotion. That takes hard work. That takes dedication. So I go, I can't go it tonight. And this proceeds to be a 5-inning conversation. Because keep in mind, I was watching the Braves. Gotta watch the Braves even though they lose. And they put bad pitchers up like Gavin Floyd and give them nice contracts like, Urban Santana and shit like that. But, whatever. We spend money all the time. We pay $75 million for a guy who jogs to balls and can't hit worth a shit. But that's the Braves for you. That's another story. But she goes through 5 innings of like, if you wanted to be with me, you'd make time for me. What kind of bullshit is this? What is that? If you wanted to be with me, you would make time for me. This is a two-way street. I was sitting there trying to explain this to her for 5 innings, that if you wanted to be with me, you could very easily come over. You're very allowed to come over, but for some reason you want me to go to you. And I understand that you got to make sacrifices. But what point is there? Like, every time I've seen her, other than like one other time, I've had to go to her. Why is that? I understand that she might not like coming to my place because, one, I have my sister and my mother and her boyfriend live here with me, which that's going to change soon. But on the flip side of it, you got her place, which is very small. There's no computer there, and there's no way I could ever do any type of work at her house. Zero. So I needed to be at my house to do some work. I tried to explain this to her, and it came with a, oh, I understand. And they always leave with that bullshit, that I understand bullshit. What do you understand? I don't know. Nothing. Why the fuck did you say you understood? Women are confusing. I understand there's a million people out there that probably understand where I'm coming from. But why do girls always do this? Why do girls ask you what you're doing, and then you go, do you want me to come over? She goes, do you want to? Why can't you just say yes, bitch? Just say yes. That's all you gotta do. You want me to come over? That's me asking if you still want me to come over. Say yes. If you go, would you like to come over? I don't go, do you want me to come over? I automatically assume that you want me to come over. You would not ask. So you know what I do? If I want to come over, I say yes. And like, I can't stand this about things. Like, I read this this thing on the internet. I think it's by Buff or something like that, where it shows like 10 signs that you're in a failing relationship. And, like, I'm reading these things and, like, damn, every relationship I've ever had's been a failing relationship. I mean, just look at some of the things they actually want you to do in a relationship. Like the very first one, I kid you not, the very first one was hang on to her every word. What the fuck? Hang on to her every word? Seriously? How many guys out there hang on to their every word? This is some fucking Sex in the City Hollywood made up bullshit. This has to be. I've seen other people in relationships. I've seen how they play out. They don't hang on to every word. They don't. I've seen married people, and they don't hang on to every word. Matter of fact, I had married people that lived with me for 2 months. They didn't hang on every word that each other was said. Generally, they tried to get away from each other and deal with other people. But let's go ahead and basically, I've got a mind fart right now. Entertain that we're going to hang on to every word. They're not that fucking interesting some of the times. I mean, like, they're people just like you and me. Here's hanging on every word. How about this one? Any of you guys out there in a relationship, you'll know about this conversation. What about the conversation when you have, you have plans, you want to go out and eat, but you don't know where you want to eat at. So what do? You turn to your girl, you go, hey baby, where do you like to eat at tonight? What do they say? What do they say? I know you know. Tell me about it. It's, I don't know. I'm supposed to hang on your every word. And most of the time your word is, I don't know or I don't care. How the fuck am I supposed to hang on to those words? I'd rather hang myself than hang on to those words. It is annoying. I don't know. For real, I don't know. Maybe men's magazines are fucking bullshit. Maybe online men's magazines are fucking bullshit. But it just seems silly how women have this like double talk. And like you see it on Facebook all the time. There's those 5 words that you always dread. Fine, nothing, go ahead. Just these womanisms that they have. And all of them have it. And it's ridiculous. And maybe I'm not meant to be in a relationship. I've always thought about that. Maybe I'm just not the kind of person that needs to be in a relationship, but at the same time you don't want to be lonely. So where's that happy medium? Do you find somebody that's actually into what you're into? Because I've never met a girl that's actually into what I'm into. What am I into? I'm into the Atlanta Braves and video games. Well, I don't think they make too many girls like that. So how many times have you guys ever basically bent over backwards to try to impress a girl? Tell me about it in the comment section below. What's the stupidest thing you've done to try to change your personality to impress a girl, only to realize that it was futile, and in the end, neither one of you were happy? I'd really like to know. You guys should let me know the best story wins. But this is a type of gameplay I played right here, and I put on sleight of hand, and when I put on sleight of hand, it made me want to actually push and be a little bit more aggressive. What do you guys think about this gameplay? Let me know in the comment section below, right after you tell me about your love stories, because yeah, I need a good read. Peace, people.